You're listening to The Geek Awakens, where the talk is geekier than...
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Wow.
Where the talk is geekier than creating a punk band based on the movie Toy Story, which is a real thing that we'll talk about later. It's so exciting.
That is pretty exciting. Also joining us, man, that was loud. Okay. Also joining us is Matt.
Hello.
There he is.
I'm here.
You're
Oh
here.
wait, I don't have my mic.
Oh yeah, you're there. You're there.
Okay.
He's trying to plug in his headphone.
Okay, now I can hear myself.
Cool.
It was kind of awkward. I was like, wait a minute. No, it's not on. Yes, it is.
This has been a day, guys.
They didn't.
Oh, it really has.
We titled last week's episode "Technical Difficulty," so I don't know how we're gonna go for this week.
And last week was nothing compared to what's happened in the last 22 minutes.
Let's be honest for a second here. It's not just been a technical difficulty. It's been like a life difficulty.
Yeah.
Just a difficulty.
A boot that.
Boot that. Yes. So,
We're gonna do this show from Canada.
Maybe we'll go on like location.
yeah, You know how they came up with the name Canada, right? Somebody just started shouting like random, like C-A-N-A. No.
So kind of breaking news today. We have movie writers and key characters named for Green Lantern Corps, which isn't coming out until 2020. But it was announced David S. Goyer and Justin Rhodes are going to write the script for it. It's going to feature both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, not Daily Show Jon Stewart.
Not Daily.
Yeah. I mean, he's not doing much these days, but
It would be entertaining.
oh my god, that would be so awesome.
Jon Stewart as the Green Lantern. It's like the Inception Green Lantern.
Right.
That'd be amazing. I'd watch it.
So, they're saying that this is going to be kind of like a buddy cop movie in space kind of deal.
A buddy cop movie in space.
I'm less excited about that now.
I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm a little. I don't know. I'm glad that Hal Jordan's going to be in it because, in my opinion, I mean, he is the most famous Green Lantern.
Right.
It does kind of make sense for Jon Stewart to be in there as well because he's, the people who kind of grew up with Green Lantern via cartoons like with Justice League and everything, they know Jon Stewart more than Hal Jordan. He is the more prominent of the two.
So it kind of pulls both the comics and the the cartoon worlds,
right?
Like the fandoms,
right? I do also kind of want. I want to see Guy Gardner in there though.
Okay.
But I mean, and who knows? I mean, that could happen, but yeah.
Cool.
So
it's exciting though.
Yeah. So we still got a few years to go until we see that, and hopefully that'll get the ball rolling, and hopefully DC can kind of get their stuff together beforehand.
I'd much rather see a Green Lantern TV show.
I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a tough one.
That would be a really tough one to do.
Then again, I thought The Flash would be tough to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of CGI.
Yeah. But they do that pretty well. But the Green Lantern requires a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So. Anyway, moving on. Let's see, Matt, you had something about what one Carrie Fisher fan is trying to do to, I don't know, a cool way to remember her or whatever.
I was going to say try and find there is a petition that's been started on change.org to make Princess Leia an official Disney princess.
I mean, I'd be down.
Right, exactly. I mean, I think the only reason she might not already be is because Star Wars wasn't Disney until very recently.
Right.
That would be the only holdup to it not happening.
Right.
Princess Leia being a Disney princess because she wasn't a Disney princess. She was technically a Lucasfilm princess.
Now, I didn't look today, but when I looked last night, The petition had over 90,000 signatures.
Yeah.
As it should.
They were aiming for 150,000, obviously, not 150.
They're done.
Lowballing it, guys. Lowballing it.
Done.
I want 1.5 signatures.
So is that just like one signature and then somebody who just kind of gives up halfway through?
Yeah, or
Well, that's like
a
me
signature
every
and
time
then a
I sign
doctor.
anything. Right, doctor signature. 0.5.
No, I don't know. I think it'd be cool if it happened. I mean, it's only fair. I mean, she is a Disney princess. I mean, she's part of the Disney universe now, and
Yeah.
she's always been a princess, so
Yeah.
it'd be cool. I don't know. The only thing I'm not huge on in that regard is the stylized animated version of her. Probably would not be.
I don't
Be
know.
a
If
little
done,
awkward.
if done correctly. Excuse me. I mean, yeah, you're right. It could be a little awkward, and it could be, but yeah, and also the article that you showed, it said something about there's a rule or whatever with Disney that any official princess must be animated. So I don't know.
So they'd have to animate her.
Right.
But hasn't she already been animated? Or has she?
I don't know.
I don't know. Has she had any part in Rebels or Clone Wars?
So I was
No, it wouldn't be
that's what I was-
Clone Wars, but
Well, yeah, no.
that'd be too
Far
early,
before her time.
right? I don't know. I haven't kept up on Rebels, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know at all.
Okay.
Are
Would
there
be
comic
interesting to
books?
find out. Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
she has a mini series, and she's been part of the Star Wars like relaunch that Marvel did. She's in issues of
So
that.
maybe they can make take the rendering of her there.
Yeah.
That would work.
They'd have to do. I mean, I think they'd have to animate her.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, not reanimate. We're not into that.
That would be.
Aww.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was awful. Awful. I kind of peeked a little.
Wow, I was not even paying attention to that happen.
I want to see.
I
that
was
on
like,
Well,
did I buy a Note 7 and not realize it?
well played, sir. Well played. That's hilarious.
So,
You're one of the 10%. Still have it.
so anyway, moving on because we've got.
A lot.
Okay, so yeah, so just so you guys know, this was one of those weeks where like we all came up with a bunch of stuff, and this is one of those weeks where we also were running 20 minutes behind.
And to top it off, I was like, "Hey, I've got more," but we're like, "No."
Yeah, I nipped that in the bud. But anyway, so what? So something that that Priest made me aware of, because as we've talked before, I'm not much of a gamer, but Priest, who hosts Sleeper Hold, which comes on after us. What's up, Synergy?
Stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so thought that you'd be proud of me there.
I am.
Anyway, so he pointed me to this event or whatever. That's it's called Awesome Games Done Quick. It's something that they do. Well, they do two a year. They do Awesome Games Done Quick in the winter time, and then during the summer they do Summer Games Done Quick. And basically, it's kind of like a
Speed run.
speed run, yeah, that raises money for well, in this particular one, it's the
Is it cancer research?
yeah it's
Prevent Cancer Foundation.
thank you, yes, that's what it's called. So anyway, so it's speed running. It's basically where they try to finish the game as fast as possible, whether that means using like cheats or whatever to skip levels, things like that, or just trying to do it, just play it regularly, just really quickly. So so far they've raised over $600,000.
Nice.
Yeah. The average donation that they've raised, the average donation's been $39.85, but the biggest one that they've had so far has been $40,000.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Basically, a lot of things. There are a lot of different ways that people can donate for that too. They can make direct. They can make a donation directly to the charity in question, or they can also bid on prizes, or there are different kind of incentives. There was one I was reading on that there was like one player had a bidding war or whatever to decide which game or which character he was going to play for some particular game.
Okay, cool.
And then whoever bid the highest got to
they
choose
got to
that
pick his
character.
character. Nice.
So, but yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's going on all this week. It ends. The finale is scheduled for 10 p.m. on January 14th.
Okay.
So it's being streamed on Twitch as well as the group's website, Games Done Quick. I think it's .com.
Yep.
Yeah. So definitely, if you're into gaming and if that kind of thing, be sure to check that out. So, and yeah, and I guess speaking of gaming, it's coming up next month, and one of the viewers, LodgeCon.
Yeah.
So, that's coming up next month.
Oh yeah.
So
Got to get our stuff together for that too.
I've got. It was really kind of scary for a second because that weekend it's like Valentine's weekend, and so I work in a restaurant, and that's really hard to get off.
Right.
But I got it cleared, so go me, or at least just the day.
Day of.
Yeah. So
What are the dates on that? Do you remember off the top of your head?
off the top of my head, I believe
It's
it's
16th of February.
I believe it's the 11th.
All right, we're on top of things. We'll get back to you on that.
It's the Saturday before Valentine's Day. I know that.
Oh yeah, then it would be. I thought it was after.
Yeah.
Let me just take a quick look. See here.
LodgeCon 2017.
You're looking
Yes,
it up on-
Saturday the 11th.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
So way to give out fake news.
I went to the wrong website.
Whoa.
It was a cast iron place.
Not like a
Oh.
whitehouse.com thing. Is
No.
it?
Just no.
Okay, so yes, February 11th.
Yeah. So definitely if you're in the Will County area, definitely check that out. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm actually super excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to go up
Well,
there.
and one of the reasons I'm really excited about it, not for us because we're going anyways, but if you're going, you don't have to pay to get onto the the floor for the
the vendor floor.
vendor floor. Thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out
Vendor
that
market.
word. The vendor market's free, which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the whole thing's gonna be great. I'm excited about it.
So anyway, let's see, Matt, you had something that is going to shake things up over at Yahoo.
Yeah. It's been in the works now for a while. But Verizon, what did I miss?
Oh, there's a comment from our good friend Lilith. I'm glad you aren't wearing Nightwing. I'm really sorry. I'm wearing a Nightwing T-shirt and a Nightwing belt. So sorry about it.
Can't escape it.
Of course I can't.
Face.
Anyway, so
All right. So Yahoo. It's been in the works for a while that Verizon was buying Yahoo. They are purchasing them for roughly $4.8 billion.
That's all.
Yeah, that's it. No
big deal.
chump change.
piddly little amount. Hold on, let me pull that out. I got that in my pocket.
Right. Seriously?
No. Oh, God, no. I wish.
It's got all excited. I was like, hey, can I get a loan?
Tax season. But the CEO and the co-founder are actually both leaving the company once the sale is complete. They're also at that point changing their name. Now, I'm going to read it one way, but after I read it aloud, I realized that there's another way to say the name of that they're changing it to. It's Altaba, Altaba. But being a computer company, realized you can also basically read it as Alt-Tab A.
Is it two T's?
No, it's only one T. So, I mean, at first I looked at it, I'm like, what the hell does that even mean?
Wait, so
And then, I honestly don't know the shortcut Alt-Tab A. I don't remember what it does off the top of my head. I was going to try it, but I didn't want to shut down my computer.
I am.
Okay. Oh, it tabs through Windows.
Oh.
But that's just alt
Well,
tab.
that's alt tab, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what alt tab A
Anyway.
does.
But anyway,
If anything.
so after the sale is completed, Yahoo will no longer be Yahooing.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Look, here's the deal. The point of buying a company like Yahoo is that you are Yahoo, right?
Well, see, what I was confused though, because it says the company will change its name, but did it specify that the search engine itself will change its name?
No.
So like I think that they would be stupid to no longer call it Yahoo.com.
No, that makes sense. Powered by Alt-Tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just gonna end up with, your email address will change without you even knowing it.
Right.
Probably not.
No, probably not. Everything will still be Yahoo, and
Yeah, you're not going to get away from that. I don't think you can.
So
this plug hates me tonight. Maybe. Okay.
one other thing, like, and I didn't realize this. There's a Pickett. There's a Pickett.
Sorry.
Working
So-
his way in there.
The one thing that I didn't realize was that at one time Yahoo had the opportunity to buy Google.
Yes.
That's there fighting themselves.
Oh yeah, for $1 million. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, so considering what they were sold for, I mean that's like chump change.
All right. It makes you look back and go, it's that.
Right. Well, I guess for us though, it's a good thing though because for all the missteps that Yahoo has had over the years,
Security breaches.
yeah. So
It probably is better
yeah,
for all of us.
yeah. So some Marvel Comics news. Marvel has been teasing a new Secret Empire 2017 event featuring Captain America. It's got.
It's not you. It's
Okay.
his phone.
All right. Never mind. But anyway, but the Secret Empire has Captain America's shield, and the first teaser just said the Secret Empire will defend you. So, if you're unfamiliar, Secret Empire, it's kind of a, it's kind of like the inner circle of Hydra.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Gonna have a tie to the current run of Captain America, where he's a Hydra agent.
exactly. Which, interestingly enough, I was reading around while we were waiting to get started tonight, and we actually got a little bit more information. Well, not more information, but we got more teasers. In addition to the defend, there's also different ones used words like amaze, guard, champion, all things that tie into other series.
Yeah.
So
Amazing Spider-Man, Champions, which
Yeah.
is his own series, and then
right, yeah, Guardians
of Galaxy, obviously.
Yeah, there was also one for there was Exciting for X-Men.
Interesting.
So it sounds like that's going to be.
I mean, I know that it was teased essentially as like it kind of looks like it's going to be the big summer event. Is kind of the way that it was billed from what I had seen.
Right. Which the way the last couple of there's a Pickett again.
Hey,
The way that the last couple of summer events have gone, it's gone into
All year?
summer, fall, and winter
Ugh.
events.
which I'm not gonna lie, like that's one of the things I'm kind of like unexcited about when it comes to these big crossover event types for comics anymore. Secret Wars lasted way too long. Honestly, Civil War 2 has lasted way too long. The last
Yeah.
one just came out. Like, about issue 5, I kind of stopped reading. And I'm like, I'll just wait until the end and I'll reread all of them together because I'm not going to remember what's happening anyways.
Right. Well, the one thing that I will excuse Civil War 2 about was in the middle of it, one of the creators, his wife had a child.
Right.
So I can excuse that, but at the
True.
same time, you're absolutely right. Like it dragged on and on and on to the point where by the time a new issue came out, I had kind of forgotten.
Yeah.
But one other thing that Marvel is about to start doing, you know how whenever you buy a Marvel comic, there's a code to where you can get a digital copy of that comic.
Yep.
Well, starting in February, that is going to be replaced by a code to download one of 2 or 3 other comic books to kind of get you reading other titles.
That's a great idea.
I don't know.
No?
Mixed feelings.
So the first one,
yes, no, and maybe.
the first one is going to have it's going to have Civil War II number 0, and then I want to say I was doing some other reading. This article didn't say what the other ones were, but other ones I were reading had like the first issue of the new Captain Marvel series, and then also the first issue of Old Man Logan. Those other 2 titles I'm not really interested in.
You're right.
You know, and granted, I don't always take advantage of the free digital copy, but I like to. I like the idea that it's there, and that I can, download it or whatever, and then reread on the go whenever I want.
See, I never have, and I feel like in some cases I should.
Yeah.
See, for me, I almost see it like a buy one, get one kind of a situation that really can't go bad. I mean, I'm either all digital or all physical. Mm-hmm. So I won't do both. I won't, like, stop at one point and read another somewhere else. If I'm that into a book, I bring it with me.
Yeah.
I'm also the same guy who doesn't... there's only on one other situation where I did do digital, and that's audiobooks. I used to listen to Harry Potter. The last Harry Potter that came out, I listened to the book while driving, but I drove a lot.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's the thing, though. If you're getting that buy one, get one, it's first off, it's only one of 3 titles. What if, A, you already have all 3 of those titles, or B, those 3 titles are things that you're not interested in at all?
It's a valid point. Now, I guess the way I'm looking at this is more an attempt to get new customers to buy more stuff.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
So, someone like you probably hates this idea because you're like, I like the digital copy. Someone like me is like, wow, I could just buy one, get another one for free, and see if I can get into that. So I guess, I don't know.
And that's essentially what it sounds like they're trying to do is to, lead you into a different, another series that you would then go read.
Yeah.
Now, excuse me for being stupid for a second. Is there like a bookstore for online DC or Marvel comics?
Yes and no.
You mean like...
There's a couple of different ways you can get digital comics.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one app, Comixology, has kind of a pretty wide range.
Yeah.
And then you have DC and Marvel both have their own individual apps. Marvel Unlimited and DC, I can't remember what theirs is called. But the
DC All Access, I think, isn't it?
I
could be wrong.
I know at least for the Marvel one, the really the only catch is I give you a ton of back titles. I did it briefly so that I could catch up on Civil War. I read the entire Civil War event, the original, before Captain America Civil War came out, just so I had some sort of background on it. It doesn't have the newest titles. It's usually about 4 to 6 months behind on the new titles.
So it's like a monthly subscription, all on demand kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And then can you purchase the new titles online?
With the Marvel one, it's a subscription, so you just pay by the month, and then you can get to the comics like at any time. Comixology, you actually purchase the individual issues, or essentially the versions of the trade paperbacks.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm curious. You guys know, and most of our viewers know that I don't comic often at all. Although I did start reading Watchmen.
Yeah.
Just a few pages in, but I was hooked.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm super excited about it.
Nice.
Because you guys told me to read it first before I watch the movie, so that's what I'm doing.
So. All right. Let's see. We've got... I'm going to skip around a little bit here. Let's go ahead and go into this week's Who Wins. This week, we are pitting some sidekicks against each other. This week it is Damian Wayne, who is the current Robin and also the son of Batman, Bruce Wayne, if you guys didn't know.
Who's the mom?
Talia al Ghul.
Nice.
Who is
Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Exactly.
I knew that. I'm excited. I like knowing stuff. It's great.
So anyway, so this kid, he was raised by the League of Assassins, so he learned to kill at a pretty young age. He's violent. He's got a temper on him. He thinks he is the greatest thing alive. He
forgets he's still the sidekick.
Right. He's an expert martial artist. And then also he's considered one of the most skilled and lethal of the Bat family. He's taken on a lot of trained fighters. I mean, he's taken on Red Hood, Nightwing, Joker. I mean, you name it. Let's see.
The Wikipedia article also mentioned that he is an insane engineer.
Mm-hmm. He also died and came back to life. So there's that too.
Well, that's new.
Yeah. Has
Batman ever died and come back to life?
Well, I mean, more comic book characters have died and come back to life versus comic book characters who haven't.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
resurrection is
kind of like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. But anyway,
if you get old and stale, just die and come back.
But his resurrection was a little bit different, though. When he came back, he had some superpowers for a while. He was kind of indestructible. They wore off, but I mean, who knows? They could come back.
Okay.
But anyway, so we are pitting him against Captain America's first sidekick, which is Bucky Barnes, who obviously he trained under Steve Rogers in World War II. He is a master of hand-to-hand combat and martial arts, and he is skilled in the use of military weapons like firearms and grenades. So, and he's also thrown knives on occasion and is a pretty good scout. So
this is before he becomes Winter Soldier.
This is before he becomes Winter Soldier, because I figure at that point, I mean, that's not fair to get, to...
Right, he's almost a superhero at that point.
Right.
I know they're all superheroes, but I mean, with powers.
Like a superhero.
Right.
So, really quick, is there a difference? Heroes and superheroes? I know there's been debate among some people.
Well, see, okay. For me, I would say a superhero would be... To be classified as a superhero, if you're going to have that discussion, you would have to have some kind of supernatural powers.
Okay.
But at the same time, I consider Batman a superhero, and he's just really rich.
That's kind of a superpower.
That is true. But I don't know. I think for me, hero and superhero, when we're talking about comic books at least, I feel that those two terms are interchangeable.
Heard.
So, but that's just me. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of other people who would disagree with me.
Completely logical to me.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So anyway, so what are the arguments here?
I missed when I was looking over this the first time and realizing that it was Bucky and not Winter Soldier. And I kind of feel like even though Damian is smaller and a child, his upbringing gives him the edge in this one.
That's where I'm at as well. I feel that being trained by the League of Assassins, and being able to, I guess you're right, having that upbringing, having that past that Bucky Barnes did not have. He didn't get that. He didn't get his edge until he was much later.
Right. I mean, the other thing that I think that might be the X factor here would be Damian's attitude.
Yeah. I feel like his attitude would work in his favor, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would, yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, it could hinder him because he could get super cocky, but at the same time, it could, allow him to, be a little more self-confident.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm with you guys a little bit. I think this one's almost seems too easy because the being raised by the League of Assassins. I can't talk. I don't know what's going on. Being raised by the League of Assassins, that's always a pretty big deal. I mean, like, prime example, who would win? Talia al Ghul or Bucky Barnes?
Well, Well, I mean, I feel like that's a different argument altogether.
Sure.
But I mean, I would probably still vote for Talia.
Fair enough. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. I mean, I think, like you guys said, Bucky didn't really get his training until later on. So I think just the length of time should speak for itself.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know that I would say that even if you were to give Bucky the Winter Soldier, the super serum, the arm, that it even swings it 100% in his favor. I mean, I still think Damian has a shot in a battle like that. So I think I'm going to have to go Damian.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
All right. So there's that. As we said last week, we've done the last couple of weeks have actually been ideas that have been submitted to us from people who've been on the show before but aren't on the show regularly. So that said, I mean, if you out there in Facebook and YouTube land or whatever, if you have ideas on who would fight in a, well, even more imaginary than it already is,
Right.
but clearly in a fight that that wouldn't take place in just a normal regular story, then by all means let us know, because we'll talk about it and fight it out. Well, we won't fight it out
figuratively.
Yes. So, I guess where we're at right now, time wise, are we gonna go a little bit longer? But because I know we got another show to set up for.
The other show, I believe, starts a little later.
Okay.
I think we said 7:45.
Okay.
So we got a few minutes.
That'll give us a little extra time.
Give us a little extra time. Okay. So, let's see. I guess real quick, because this is a story that we talked about a few months ago, and Matt, you have a update on where the George Lucas Museum is going to be.
I do, which I actually had seen an article about 2 weeks ago, stating that Lucas was having a very hard time finding a place to put his Museum of Narrative Art after being shut down by the city of Chicago.
Which just bums me out.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the Parks Department for screwing that up. Yeah. I mean, that would have been awesome to have in Chicago.
It would have been.
I mean, it would have been just amazing. Anyway, so after they put the kibosh on that, he's having a hard time finding another city that would be willing to take on the task, even though he's funding the museum. Like, he's funding the construction of the whole thing. But it looks like he has finally gotten some place to agree to it. It's going to be L.A. Shock of all shocks.
Right.
I'm not really surprised, but
disappointed.
Disappointed, yes. It says that they've chosen Exposition Park in Los Angeles as the site of the museum. The quote here from the board of directors is, after the extensive due diligence and deliberation, the board of directors on the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art is pleased to announce plans to build a museum in Exposition Park in LA. Which, the whole idea of him having a hard time finding a location for this seems weird, considering he was going to pay for the construction.
Right.
So, I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a super cool museum. I'm really, really upset that it's not going to be in Chicago. It'll just be one more thing I have to visit when I go to California, if I ever go.
Right.
And it doesn't fall into the ocean.
True. But yeah, it still sounds like it's going to be just a fantastic site and something to definitely to check out. But my chances of actually seeing it have gone down exponentially.
Right.
So,
yes.
Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? I'm mad at myself because I've been telling myself the last couple of days to check this out. It's another story of yours about what Mark Hamill did.
Oh, this is honestly, like, if you have a chance, go listen to this because it's super creepy. Now, we don't like to get political on the show.
Right. But it happens.
It happens on occasion. But Mark Hamill, for quite a few years now, has been voicing the Joker in the cartoons.
Right. And to the point where some people he is the Joker.
Yeah, he is the consummate Joker for a lot of people because of his work.
Right.
He took it upon himself to take one of President-elect Trump's tweets and read it in the Joker voice.
That's awesome. What tweet was it? Do you know?
The tweet was, "Happy New Year to all, including to my many enemies and those who have fought me and lost so badly that they just don't know what to do." There's a little bit more to the tweet, and I don't remember exactly what it was. But if you have a chance, like, seriously, go Google this and listen to it, because it's creepy.
Yeah.
It really sounds like something the Joker would say. I mean, of course, he adds, a little bit of the characteristic laugh to it, too. So,
which just makes it even better.
Right? Oh.
So.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
So, let's see. What else? What else? Now you we both had some TV side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe stories. I know for one, well, this on my end, it's more of a rumor than anything. Just that both shows, Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, might be filming this coming up this month.
Okay.
There's a development tracking website. It's called Season0.com, which says that cameras are expected to roll February 15th in New Orleans for Cloak and Dagger, which is going to be on Freeform.
Okay.
And then sometime in the same month in Los Angeles for Runaways, which is going to be on Hulu. Which I also read that the working title for Runaways is called Rugrats. So that's really all I have to add about that.
I really kind of hope not.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it just makes me think of the cartoon.
Right. And I think that's part of what they were wanting.
Right.
But
tell you what, these guys are seeing way more of me today than they ever do.
So.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hectic day here at the Pickett household. Sorry.
Nothing short of interesting.
You know, I said it to him 1,000 times. God, I want my own studio, like, away from the house. Gosh. Anyways. Sorry.
One day, right?
One day, yes.
As far as other Marvel TV news, that they... where'd it go? That they are nearing... Fox is nearing an order for a pilot for an X-Men TV drama. They say that it's going to focus on two ordinary parents who discover their child possesses mutant powers, and then the ensuing chaos, as they are on the run from that. So they're hoping for the debut, essentially it looks like the end of this year, so 2017 into 2018. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. There's not much more out there aside from that. Where was my other one? And then there is another Marvel TV show. Right now it's a mystery project that is also in development. And the big name attached to that one is John Ridley, who was the script writer for 12 Years as a Slave. So essentially that's why the news for that one is, news, because of who it is that's attached to it. So, and it looks like is only looking for not necessarily a full season, but something like 12 or 13 episodes, something to do more serialized.
Yeah. Which in my opinion, is wonderful because you don't need. There are plenty of TV shows that you don't need a full 22, 24 episode season.
Right.
You know, just tell me a good story. I don't care how many episodes.
You do things like that, and it just ends up being dragged out unnecessarily.
Right. So, all right. So let's do 2 more stories. One that I really want to talk about, which is not really super geeky, but
It's kind of the advantage of being the host. You can kind of do that.
I know, right? but is awesome. The idea of what might replace cavities.
Yeah, this was super cool, and I posted it to the group, knowing that it wasn't really necessarily geeky, but really pretty cool. King's College in London, scientists there have discovered that a drug currently used to treat Alzheimer's patients is making teeth grow back and repairing cavities.
What?
Yes. They now, to some degree, teeth already do this on their own.
Sure.
But there's a limit to what your own teeth will replace or fill as far as cavities go. With using this drug, there is no limit. It just fills cavities. Like in 6 months, 4 to 6 months, you can repair the damage of a cavity all by itself.
Wow.
And what's the name of this drug?
Yeah,
I knew that. I knew that going into it.
Wait. Can I try?
Sure. It's
I gotta try this.
top line.
Tide Glycib?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the drug switches off the enzyme that limits how much of this dentine your teeth can create. So they will, cavities will repair themselves. They've tested it in mice. They soaked a small sponge, biodegradable sponge, in the drug, inserted it into the cavity in the mouth of the mouse. It triggered the growth and repaired the damage within 6 weeks. The sponge decayed, leaving only the repaired tooth.
Nice.
So,
And plus, I mean, if it's already a drug that's on the market, I mean, granted, I mean, it's for Alzheimer's patients, and so it has a different function right now, but we know that it's not necessarily harmful.
Right. And ironically, it'll help your body forget that it has cavities.
I thought it was supposed to treat that.
So.
Sorry.
That's hilarious. It's terrible, but it's hilarious.
All right, so the last story for tonight is actually something we talked about earlier. There is this band in Texas. It's made up of Josh Willis and Nick Shields. Their band is called Pizza Planet, which, if you've ever seen Toy Story, you know that Pizza Planet is... Pizza Planet has even shown up in other Pixar movies.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway,
but it's definitely a Pixar property.
yes, it is. They are a 2-piece pizza core punk outfit.
Pizza core.
Who write songs based off of the Toy Story movies. So
It's awesome. I'm gonna have to give them a listen because that's fabulous.
they have an EP out. It's on Bandcamp. It's called "Escape from Pizza Planet." The first song on there is "Snake in My Boots," which it's
That's excellent.
it's very
Podcast TV.
Sprinkle.
that was not it at all. But
Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and just because I wasn't hoping to do that. I wanted to
Got that.
right.
Maybe use that as our outro.
But just like any other kind of like some hardcore punk bands or whatever, some of the lyrics are a little hard to understand. I definitely need liner notes for them. But one thing they're definitely wanting to get, one of their goals for this band, is to get a cease and desist letter from Disney.
That's fabulous.
They say that if they get to that point, they'll consider the band a success. So
it's kind of amazing, actually. That's your goal.
Yeah. Other songs on Escape from Pizza Planet are Double Bypass Brain Surgery, The Claw, then To Infinity and Beyond. Those are two different
songs.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to play this right now, but it's not playing.
So they have other songs written, and just hopefully they can get to a point where they can record those other songs. And yeah.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna type in because I gotta hear this. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Just for kicks though.
Yeah.
This is not.
No, that's not.
Remixes of Woody saying it in the movie.
Just all I get is. Oh, you know what? There's no audio. Okay. So, what is happening today? I don't understand.
So we weren't going to have outro music anyways. Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
Do.
Okay. We got sound back. Now let's go back to.
I feel like we should just see if there's a way that we can send that song to Tabitha just as a text message.
Yeah, I can do that.
Can you do that?
I can do
That'd
that.
be amazing.
So this is This is Snake in My Boot from Pizza Planet. The longest intro in the world. Oh my, seriously? It's a 3-minute song. The first 30 seconds is all music. There's a snake in my boot. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I actually am curious, morbidly curious to hear some more of their stuff.
Of that.
How do you end on that?
We always try and end with something at least interesting,
Right.
to say the least.
This definitely fits the bill.
For sure.
It's a lot more
Sure.
PG than some shows end.
Yeah. There's some episodes when we sign off and I'm wondering if we're going to be welcome back next week. Is this the week I crossed the line?
It might have been, actually.
I think it was a rhetorical question. I didn't think he was actually asking that.
No.
Okay.
This might. No, I'm just kidding.
But this has been our last show. It's been fun.
It's not, though.
Okay.
We'll be back next
All
week,
right.
same time, same place.
Scared
Coming
me.
up next, possibly in the next 5 minutes or so, depending. If you're listening to 217radio.com, you can check out Sleeper Hold, the show. The Sleeper Hold show. I don't know. Brought to you by the guys over there at Sleeper Hold Podcast. It's going to be a good time. Monday nights, we have the brand spanking new PB and Grizz show.
Excellent.
Last week, we tried 3 different MREs.
Yeah, I watched part of that and I was not jealous of you guys at all.
You know, most of them were okay. The hamburger, nope. And honestly, the barbecued rib was not that great either. Everything else is okay, though. Okay.
Okay.
Being the operative term there. Anyways.
Not like space ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually got some the drink packets still available if you guys are interested. Got some tropical punch flavored no fruit juice. That's what it's called.
Yummy.
Oh, sorry. It's called beverage-based powder. Tropical punch. Natural and artificial flavors. And like a Crystal Light of raspberry.
All right.
And that might actually be from Crystal Light. Because like, they had a Pop-Tart that was like legit Pop-Tart.
Actual Pop-Tart.
Like legit. Because I can tell. I can tell.
Man knows his Pop-Tarts.
Have you ever tried to get an off-brand Pop-Tart and compare it to your...
It tastes like cardboard.
Thank you. No, this was a full-on Kellogg's Pop-Tart. So I was pretty happy about it. Anyways. That being said...
Oh, no!
Did I do that?
Man down.
What was that?
Literally.
I just peed a little. You guys are like freaking out. I'm like, what happened? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, check us out next week, same time, same place. Everybody say bye.
Bye.